Welcome, everybody. Welcome once again. Welcome to another podcast. It's a Friday, so of course, we're here to discuss some football, man. I should have had a couple of shows this week, but no, I think it more. I'll just say it go. That's an interesting thing on midweek. I really want to talk about it because no people are going vex, but it was a very good midweek for me. Knocked out, overrated, overhyped. No good Barcelona. And I'm into round of 16. Easy, easy. So of course I'm happy. I'm doing great. United is doing great. So of course I'm happy. But you know what? We're not here to talk about Europe. Well, maybe we touch on it a bit. If my mind tells me. But separate apart from that, let me just welcome gentlemen. Sherwin as usual. Arsenal top of the league. So of course he's going to be here. Welcome, bro. What's up?
Always here where the Arsenal is on top. All right, but wait, at one time we never had top this season and the team they blew it. Anyways, Wagwan people, big teams don't play around of 32, you hear? We play around of 16. We make the little dogs them play around of 32. I understand? Make them fight for whatever
You
fish or
you
whatever
will not
board on this one.
tolerate the disrespect from me, you know.
Good
So
night,
welcome,
everyone.
man. And of course, the man who got a wallop in midweek and probably still here to invite in a man cause yeah, that happening, man. But man recover from it still and the man decides of course man for the end live and living color because it's back to Premier League and he has been doing fairly decent in the past couple of games. Talking about none other than Demo. Welcome, bro.
Yes, man. Big up on yourself. Like, but just big up everybody in the comment section. By the way, like, me just kind of thrown off a while ago, cause first Levana mentioned Europa, and I say Manchester and him happy. Like, me the pan show with this man, and the man not even want sure we mention the word Europa. You know, one
Yes,
time back in
you
the days,
remember?
you know,
You remember?
this show not deal with Europa. Like what? So I'm confused. Then me hear
The, fa-
sure
the,
we know.
the facts are changing, bro. It's still Bush League.
Well, I am surprised at how happy you are. And then me hear Sherwin say, big teams are play around that too. So me supposed to say, well, big teams are playing at Europa. Then enjoy
Yeah.
themselves.
But also, we're not going to get five at home.
Hey, the tie isn't over. That's all we know.
And of course, the controversial one, and I mean, he has been on form. When I say on form, man, he's actually the one that is on streak when it comes down to prediction on the show, man. The man is hot right now, so ensure that you guys pay attention to his prediction. I'm talking about none other than the man himself, Kems. Welcome, bro. What's up?
I go on, man, them big up on yourself. You know.
Sound like you're sick, man.
Mm-hmm. I look a flu, a box me over here, you know.
Jaja, your box, you take. That's how you go. All right, people in the comment section, same jump out early. Pepe, big up yourself as always. Sensational, big up. Kish, big up yourself. Chanel, a long time in the see you, man. You go on damn good in the FPL. Big up yourself, mom. Fresh God, big up as always, fam. Dale Francis, big up yourself, same way. I know say they want beat Dima from the end of Dale Francis because they tell you about the same Real Madrid against Liverpool. They say yo, don't take the Liverpool to clean sheet there. Serious, sir. Madrid have
I'm
a
sorry, is this a Champions League show or a Premier League show? Because me not
No, but
understand.
you're talking to the fourth. The
relax,
show.
Are the
relax,
host may I talk to you know? Are the host may I talk to you know, boss?
But manners,
relax,
question the man who kind of show this. Have some manners, boss.
relax.
I
We
never
always have to do a dress rehearsal before we get into it. So let me do my dress rehearsal.
That's right.
Thank you.
That's right.
come
So
past ghost. I remember, as I said talk about that, I remember the last show. Here, conclude the last
Wait,
show.
what's happening? What's happening
Here,
right now?
hey, be quiet or leave. Be quiet or leave.
Lever, wait, I remember just put up man. If we're gonna talk about Champions League, tell me so we can come off until the Premier League start.
I know
Gene?
you're still hurting, bro. We're not
I,
going to talk
I
about
made
the
Alright,
Champions League.
thanks.
big thing, not yes. Listen, Levan, remember at the end of the last show, here's some tell you know about Liverpool, you know. And better watch out for this Champions League tie. Watch out for the
Let's big up to the people in the comment section, man. You guys are hilarious, man. But, let's just get that rolling. First things were and foremost, there was a game in the EPL today. It was Fulham against Wolves, and man, I'm sorry that Fulham couldn't keep that clean sheet. I mean, Literally full side of Fulham players. Literally.
Really?
Man have two Fulham defender like a madman. That's
I
No
mean,
mess
joke.
they,
up, please.
I mean, they are try full man Arsenal players because and Wolves players because a double match week for them.
Yeah, man. But me do it too. Me full it of Fulham players, Liverpool players, and Arsenal players.
So
Eh,
you lose some points then.
Absolutely not.
me lose points. Demo must pass me out now.
Me use up a wild card.
Oh,
Uh,
Yeah, man. So the team will go back to the regular after this match weekend.
oh.
uh,
But good game overall. I mean, Dima dropped some points. I mean, he had Andres Pereira, and of course, he get a yellow card. So no points, so man, good. Um, but 1-1, I think it was a fair result. Wolves dominated that first half, but second
Mm-hmm.
half, Fulham took it to them, and boy, seems like I have to start pay Solomon some man right now, because Solomon been a score for Fulham from the other day, and it's like the man just come on as a second half substitute and always tend to find a late one. But since that's the game already passed, we just got blow by that. That's that 1-1 draw. Fulham doing themselves great justice in the league. Good for them. Move on to the next game tomorrow, which will be Everton against Aston Villa at 10 a.m. Interesting affair. Everton has taken 6 out of 9 points so far, and Daesh coming out against Aston Villa played a great game last weekend against Arsenal, and got the L deservedly for Martinez. Waste of time. He has been doing it a lot this season, so of course I love what happened to him in the last. So how we see this one going, and anyone can start.
Yo, five. I5. Starting I5.
yo, but we can't act professional. Like we do a podcast, brother. Just act professional, the boss.
Judge,
Yo, anyway, Levon, you mentioned Everton getting 6 from 9, 6 points from 9, right?
mm-hmm.
Remember they beat Arsenal, Liverpool beat them, and
Mm-hmm.
and then
then with the next
They win
who
1-0
who
last weekend.
Leeds.
who them
Lead.
beat? Leeds. Okay, yes. So the thing is, I mean, they played two tough teams, and I know they lost to Liverpool, but that's a Merseyside derby, and obviously, oh my, gosh, yeah, and then obviously, anything can happen in a derby game, but to beat the league leaders, people there say a new manager bounce, and then obviously they came and they lost to us, but then they went again and they beat Leeds. So Sean Dyche is obviously having an impact on the team, and so is Aston Villa's coach Unai Emery. I think he's had a major impact on Aston Villa as well. And again, a very very close game with Arsenal. I mean, 4-2 probably flatters to deceive. The last goal come because Emi Martinez due to the goal, whatever, and it was just margins basically when Leon Bailey took that shot and Martinez tipped it on the post and whatever. I know Odegaard missed the easy chance as well. So both teams, their managers are having influences on them. Um, I'm going to go for this is a home game for Everton.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a major factor. I'm going for a 1-1 draw in this game.
Mm. All right, so let's just point out that the Villa has 3 L's on the trot, so they're
Yeah.
desperate for some points as well. Anyone can go next.
So what I'll say, there's a couple things, and Demo had alluded to it last game week. When he was talking about Tarkowski, under Sean Dice, right? Sometimes you have to wonder if this man is a forward right now, because this man has, as him say, 5 shots in 3 matches. What Tarkowski do, I take shot too much there. And Garner, there might be headers and so, but Demo had mentioned that he was worried about against, I think it was against Leeds. Either Leeds or Arsenal, one of them he had said. Right. So again, that is somebody to watch out for. But let us not forget on the other side of things, I think Ollie Watkins have scored in 4 straight games right now. So that man is on fire. But again, they're playing against Everton, and we know exactly how Sean Dyche is going to go ahead and set up that team. and he's going to. I think he's going to set up to frustrate Aston Villa, and then obviously, when them get a little chance, they try and convert it. But I was looking at a little stat just now, and it said that Aston Villa and Everton had played the most matches against each other in Premier League history, right? 210, and Everton won 76, Aston Villa 78, and 55 draws, right? So there is a little rivalry apart from the Steven Gerrard, Frank Lampard vibe. There's a big, big, big rivalry that's going on here. To be honest with you, with this game, there is no analysis I can give when we can say, well, this team are going to win or that team are going to win. I really do not know, right? I'm just going to pick the team with me like better, right? I mean, like Aston Villa, just a little bit better than like Everton. So I'm going to go with an Aston Villa 1-0 victory. I don't think it's going to be a barrage of goals. I think it's probably going to be a snooze fest because I think Sean Dice, and again, I've been watching some interviews with him, and his philosophy is a results business in Japan. The game could have boring from now till the morning. As long as he leave with 3 points, that is all he sets out to do. They have no care about him say, look how much teams out there play exciting, and I'm paraphrasing. They play exciting and them can't win a game. And me with my boring strategy, I've won plenty games. I was at Burnley for much years, and now he gets a job at Everton, right? So, results business, but I think, as Levon just mentioned, the last 3 games straight, I just think with law of averages, it's time for win a game. It's time to get a W. And I think some of those games, Dimo just spoke about it, the Arsenal game. I don't think Arsenal was that much better than Aston Villa. I would say probably 50-50 or 55-45. I don't think that game could have easily go 2-2 or could have easily go 3-2 Aston Villa, depending on how the ball kick, right? So again, I think Aston Villa needs up, but I think that boy Emery is coming under some pressure real soon because again, when Steven Gerrard was at the helm with 3 L's in a row, I hear it's time for Steven Gerrard to get fired. So I want the same energy, but I'm going 2-1 Aston Villa.
Just say 1-0, big man.
No, I'm change my mind now. 2-1.
Why?
2-1.
2-1, you say?
Yeah.
Why are you writing this down?
Huh? We are take stats now, man. Be sure,
Okay.
because I want people to be
Okay.
true to themselves. Anyways,
Okay.
me kind of disagree with one aspect of well, lie. In change the percentage, which is right. It's okay. It's okay. I was going to disagree with something. This is a very tight game. I don't know. Unai Emery, right? Four lose on the bounce, you say, Levan, or three, and lose again tomorrow. That's 4. For me, definitely the little cameo that Leon Bailey had last week was against Arsenal, which Leon Bailey literally could have won them the game last week, Saturday. Unfortunately, that brilliant save by Ramsdale prevented that. He has to start tomorrow for me in the team. They're not a bad team. They're playing good football. Aston Villa and Everton are showing some form of resilience now. They're not easy to beat anymore, right? As Demo said, take out the derby out of the equation because that he said that can go either way, but it has always been going one way for the last couple of years. So at the end of the day, yeah, but we know that was a derby. So for me, it's going to be a tough game. It's going to be a tough game. I think there will be goals in it, and I think Ollie Watkins is going to score again. He's going to continue his fine goal scoring farm, but I'm at home Everton. There's just something about that side of England that always create a vibes, right? When in Liverpool there at Anfield, in Everton when they're doing well, they can make a lot of noise as well, and that is the reason why I'm giving Everton the edge in this one to beat Aston Villa 2-1.
Well, so what? 2 of you all have Everton winning.
I have 1-1.
Team up it
Oh, you
draw.
have a draw.
Jima pick draw.
Well, I'm going to side with Kems on this one. I have Aston Villa getting the odd goal. Maybe 1-0, 2-1. I just see them having more quality than Everton. And I just think that Shandash is going to have this sort of record. Win, lose, lose. But I'm going to lose midweek again, too, you know. So, yeah, let's prepare for that one day.
You have Arsenal midweek.
Yeah.
Show him,
So,
show him losing. Stand
yeah, man,
by.
I might lose midweek again, man.
Mm.
Or thinking about it, win, lose, win.
Master, me just can't wait for Wednesday come.
Just like I couldn't wait for the other day. I remember, man, you know what it is. I'm saying.
Can't wait for Wednesday.
All right. Next game that we're going to look at is Leeds against Southampton. Another one that hinges on these two teams need to win. Leeds finally have a manager. They signed Ave Gracia. This dude was at Watford. And you know that what Watford does with managers. Watford sack managers easily. So yeah, he was at Watford. He got sacked. Went down to Saudi Arabia. I think he was at until they settle for him. Is he better than Jesse Marsh? Absolutely not. Is he that? Is he any good? He's just okay.
So let me ask you a question. What determines if he's better than Jesse Marsh? What you use to determine that? Just one.
Okay. So I use a lot of things. One, I look at his coaching method. Two, his level of success. Three, his track record based on clubs that he had coached before and what he had done with them. And I've known him for a good minute now, and he was just okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let's say the other football fan who probably in the comments are me who don't really study it like Unuka. I have no idea who this man is. Right? I have no idea. So me just coming in now. Me I go judge him off. If you're gonna say okay, so you tell me I'm better than Jesse Marsh. So in my mental,
I said he's not.
oh yeah, you say he's not better than Jesse Marsh. So in my mentals now, then basically I'm saying, well, if Jesse Marsh only bring Leeds to this point, then Leeds should definitely get relegated then. If him not better than them. Correct? By the optics.
Yeah.
Okay.
I possibly think, but then again, on the flip side of it, the possibility also exists that he can come in and he could absolutely change that dressing room, because sometimes all he needs is a change. So there's an upside to it, but I personally don't think that he's that good of a manager to actually have them survive it. So yeah, I personally think this is going down.
And then another question. So do you think that based on the body language and the play of Leeds players, do you think that it was a Jesse Marsh issue? Do you think that they were tired of Jesse Marsh's voice, tired of his leadership? Do you think it was a Leeds player issue?
I think it was a mixture of a lot of things. Not having a proper centre forward, Bamford being out for so long, and then even when Bamford came back, he was just awful. Rodrigo, when he had hit top form, he just got a bad injury at a bad time when they needed him the most. So when you have the main man, he was at 10 goals in the Premier League, I believe. To lose your marksman, of course it's going to be a detriment to your side, especially with a team that doesn't have much goal scorers. So check the levels. Otherwise, from Rodrigo, you had like 3 or 4 other forwards, and them combined together only had like 3 goals in the Premier League.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't survive it.
Again, as
No problem.
I defer to
I'm not going to be a Sherwin and beat around the bush and answer the question.
yeah, I defer to you guys because you guys have more football knowledge than me. I just really come in at the thing and read up and try to understand something. All right.
But remember, as I'm saying, he might be able to galvanize them, but still, I don't think he's that good.
Even if he's able to galvanize them level, I not think he might be able to sustain it for a long period. Based on what me did see when he did the Watford, I never want attractive manager. Him never that play attractive football. Him never that get attractive results. You get what I say? Like
and even demeanor itself. All right. You're someone that is big on a person and a coach, demeanor on the sideline. This man doesn't kill confidence.
Yeah, in kill confidence
Just
big time.
Okay, so
Yeah,
Wasn't he the manager who got the best out of Sar?
No. In the Premier League?
Stars.
Yeah, not the Premier League or
Yeah, I
wherever
think
the
he
best.
was.
Man, don't know where the best are, sir.
No, man, the
Sir,
best of
no one
Sarah was going in
footballer.
championship, man. No, man, a championship are the best of Sarah, brother. And the best
Well,
of him is under the
it,
one that they
The,
spotted
the,
after
the,
the
I,
season, the one named Zisco.
I never him relegate Watford too.
Let me just check that quick and tell you.
about
I swear.
17
And
managers, 17 of them.
Let's say 17 of them.
all
The
right,
amount of managers Watford go through, boss.
all right. So let me see. So let me see what I go on now. All right, let me talk about the game a little bit or meeting. Okay. So Southampton in 20th place, last place, dead last, and 18 points from 23 games. Leeds and 19 points from the same 23 games. However, Leeds scored 28 goals, concede 39. Southampton scored 19 goals, concede 40.
But
The last 5 games, Leeds, 3 losses, 2 draws, no W's. Southampton was on a 3 game losing streak and then they beat Chelsea the other day. Now, you guys know how I feel about when a bug team beat a big team. Zane, I just don't feel like them can replicate the same performance the following week. I believe that everything is spent on that week and, the whole emotional aspect of it, it just take everything out of the team, especially the team not good from morning. So for this game, again, I don't really believe in a new manager bounce or whatever the case may be. Especially Levan, tell me said this manager is not good. So there's very little bounce him can give.
Well, he make what for the he actually make what for the survival the relegation.
All right. See there? Big Sam squared. See there? Big Sam squared right there. So look at this now. I have to pick Leeds to win this game. Right? And I know you tell me, oh, Bamford is not striking, or Rodrigo this. But again, I look on both teams. And I'm saying, boy, Leeds scored 28 goals. So they're going to find a goal somewhere. Southampton only scored 19 and they struggle for goals unless they get a little ward pros free kick. And you know that's automatic or a little penalty. All right.
Yeah, but the thing is that Southampton signed a striker in January window and they also signed a winger.
Yeah, but in January window, so how much games in play?
Basically 2 games.
You score yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
But they were quite instrumental. Even the game against Chelsea, they were both influential.
Okay. Well, into an influential probably the next game. But for
And
this,
if you look at the managers right now, do that is not coaching Southampton. Then give him a 6-month contract. Well, now it's a contract. Then the same say, see the
finish.
thing through until the end of the season.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say them a look for a manager right now too.
Absolutely. As I believe Southampton, within their heart of hearts, know that they're going down to the championship. So 6 months.
and that's why they never want to give Jesse Marsh no more than 6 months. Because they never want to continue to pay the man millions in a championship.
When you go down to then you can get a championship manager. So I'm picking Leeds to win this game. I'm picking Leeds to win this game 3-1. Right? Again, they're in 19th place on 19 points. But West Ham is just 1 point ahead of them. Bournemouth is 2 points ahead of them. Everton is 2 points ahead of them. Leeds win this game, they're out of the relegation zone for now. Right? They're still in the battle, but they're out of the zone. Again, I don't really have nothing definitive to say, oh, Leeds are better players. None of them. But again, I just believe in laugh averages. After a while, they must win a game. And they have not won a game in 5 straight games. So it's time to win a game. So I'm picking Leeds 3-1.
Nice.
I'm going 2-2. I'm going for a draw.
It's a draw night for Demo. Backside.
And I actually like that result in it, come to think of it.
Yeah, I don't think anybody will outplay. I mean, maybe somebody will outplay somebody, but I don't think there will be a winner.
Crap. Just remember something and I make a mistake in the FPL now. I may never get Ward Rose.
What?
Forget lucky on.
Ward Rose the score on the box side there, brother.
Oh boy, yeah, they're definitely big goals.
But me no know, but like me agree with Kems, and then every week this happen. Me agree with him like pan the game, Zin. And me not agree with him pan the basis of how him a look pan it. Him a look pan it I say like them a lose a time for their win. Me I look upon the performances when me see Leeds, especially versus Manchester United, both occasions. They weren't bad. They really weren't bad. You understand? Apart from the second half at home, that was probably the worst period they have over the two legs they played Manchester United, right? Yes, they gave up 2 goals at Old Trafford, but with the quality of Manchester United, any card could have played, right? So they kept their quality. They play really good football. You understand what I say? What is happening for them is that probably they lack a goal here and there, but they're playing really good football. And for me right now, I think they're playing better football than Southampton, because the difference in Southampton team right now is James Ward-Prowse. Everybody see that. Everybody know that. You understand what I say? So at the end of the day, I think Leeds at home should get the better half. And it's no new manager bounce, because me not even think the manager got up on the bench, because he have some work permit issue. That are the last thing when me hear. It's out? Okay, then fine, he might go up on the bench. But me not think, yo.
Answer one question. So you spoke about Manchester United. What about somebody who Everton game where them just played the other day? Somebody who is related, who more close in at the table.
Yes, good performance again. If I never for them bug goalkeeper who they 1 mile away from him near post, then probably would have come out with a draw at a very hostile environment. So that's why I say no, Kems, they really not do too bad. You get what I say? Them probably just lack a goal here and there. You understand? I don't know my feelings with, if you want to stay up, you have to beat who you compete with, especially at home. You get what I say? You compete with Southampton for stay up, even though they're below you, beat them at home. And that's what we have Leeds at tomorrow.
As they always refer to them as, and call them 6-pointers.
Yeah, man, you have to beat them, man. I go with a clean sheet for Leeds. 2-0.
Right, since as a 2-1 over there, Southampton may go with. Southampton to win this game. Backside.
What I'll say, in the great Las Vegas, they have Leeds as heavy favorites to win this game.
Oh yeah?
Take it at what you mean.
The bookies are gonna have Leeds to win, man. The bookies are gonna have Leeds to win. Them probably have Leeds to win, and the odds pan James Ward-Prowse are gonna low to score a free kick or something.
You know, I'm check your odds pan it. I'm just move to the next game. I'm just check your odds after. But yeah, I'm going Southampton 2-1 victory. Next game, West Ham against Nottingham.
This is a game I'm not even have to watch it. I'm positive Jasmine Rice will perform exponentially great. Because let me just tell you real quick. I see Demo shaking his head, and but again, I'm not gonna watch the game. Honestly, I'm not gonna watch the game, right? Because again, when you look on this, oh man, I can't tell you who in a Nottingham midfield. If Jasmine Rice can dominate this midfield, then we have a serious issue. But again, teams like this, Leeds, Southampton, they always show out. But again, in all seriousness, West Ham need to get going. And the guy who I believe was West Ham player of the season last season has been short of performances this season. His work rate have been high, but his conversion rate have been poor. And conversion, I'm talking about goals. I'm talking about assists. I'm talking about winning play, not doing it. Jaren Bowen, he would run up and down the field, but his senses running like he's training for a marathon, right? He's not playing good football right now. And and again, I can tell, from West Ham standings. Only can tell me this, all right? And I wanted to bring this up to the football gods, football people like Uno. I am saying, what do you guys think about? Because I saw David Moyes did it with Scammer and Antonio. What you think about playing both Ings and Antonio up front? So Antonio can, hold, because clearly this man can't score again. From seeing with the bucket of KFC chicken, it's like the goal scoring thing dry up for him. So what you guys think about, okay, Antonio hold up the ball, make the tackles, make the runs, do the dirty work, and Ings put the ball at the back of the net. Because that's because I think the last two games watching Ings is coming on 75th, 77 minutes. It's kind of hard for you really make it.
Yeah.
In that space. How do you guys think about that?
Yeah, I totally agree. But I think it's because them just sign him and maybe them are working him. Because Danny Ings obviously have to be a starter. You can't
No man.
bring Danny Ings off. You can't. You know why I may say that? Because as Kim's mentioned the last two games, the man have come off for the bench. Ben Rama, the man have play up top with Antonio. Like what? Why would you do that? Like that don't make no sense. You can't use Ben Rama in a front two. And I know him drop deep sometime for try and help build up play and whatever. But no, Danny Ings. Play Danny Ings up top with the man. Like I said, I think just because him just come. So may I watch to see if that's going to be the play going forward. Because I'm not sure when
That's why I say
Scammer is
no,
supposed to
brother.
be back.
A senseless brother. I can't be nothing else.
Well, I mean, I know coaches like to take time for working them new
Brother,
sign.
in a relegation dog fight where they and know you know no time.
No time.
Yeah.
Brother, if me have to play 10 forward up there, me put no, there. Listen, West Ham can't do much worse than what they've been doing.
Facts.
Like 23 games, 20 points, only 5 wins, 13 losses. They've only scored 19 goals and conceded 29.
So they have a goal scoring problem.
So again,
Big
them
one.
goals, I mean, I tell you, when I watch Antonio play, again, the few times when I criticize Declan, I watch Antonio, and again, he's doing everything you want a forward to do except to score.
Except score.
Except to score. Hold up the ball.
This sound like workers.
So again, I'm saying, okay, how about you put a clinical man up there? And again, me, when I have no coaching license or nothing, you can see that. My certificate recommended by Sir Alex. Most can see that too. Right? So with that game now, there's no doubt about it. Not in the
Yeah, break up, Ken.
Huh?
Yeah, break up, bad.
I wonder if I did my connection.
No, man, I probably me, man.
I think I did my one, but then I realized somebody are foreign, so I can't have my connection.
When I hear me?
Yo!
When I hear me?
Talk.
You connection still a break up, bro.
Hold on.
Yeah, freeze up.
Hey, what do you want to eat? Away, man, the demo.
No, it's... Yo, I'm not going Florida, brother. That's partially Jamaica.
My connection alone now, I'm gonna freeze up, So I see me, I say, yo.
Yeah.
Now, when I see the bar them up on the top come up. Once the freeze, I see the bar then come up. I'm gonna see the bar, so I say, oh, and I'm mine.
Oh.
Yeah, but just to...
Go on, Diggy. It's an interesting game still. West Ham versus Paris. Paris on the back of a brilliant draw versus City last weekend, but that was at home, right? Again, battle of the bottom 8 or bottom 6 or however you put it, right? Wherever they are, I don't know where they set up in the table, but I know they're close to the bottom, right? So at the end of the day, I like the work ethics of the Forest striker. I don't remember his name. Remind me a name, Demo. Not Demo.
The one who score?
No, I would score, man. I would score.
Oh, Johnson.
Yes. Me like him work rate. Against City, the man work. Me I tell you.
Doing it all season, fam.
Yes, man. Me say me I watch a game, man. He man make me get excited.
Even though that he has Jamaican blood.
And he's rapid. Fast.
Yeah, man. Him rough, and him rough up the defender them and thing. Me like that, but. For me, West Ham need a comeback. I think we could rename the show career saving weekend, because we have so much managers on the edge right now. I'm probably getting sacked, and I think David Moyes is one of them. If he loses this game tomorrow, he is in big trouble. The only thing can save him is if West Ham can actually find a manager to come in for the back end of the season now and really get them over the line. But him really having backs against the wall right now. And as Kems rightly point out, they have a real goal scoring problem. I think that is the difference between them this season and last season, right? Where last season they had Bowen scoring, and they had our boy what's our boy name
And
again?
Antonio.
And we had Antonio scoring here and there, right? So I think that's not happening for them this season, and it kind of. But again, if you have, for me, if you have Danny Ings in the team, you buy the man as a goal scorer. Play the man. You're at the end of February now, brother. And you fight relegation. A time for you to try something new, because you become so predictable, and I like you become predictable doing well. You become predictable losing week in, week out. Everybody know how we are play. At time to try something new. You get what I say? And they're not doing that. David Moyes is not doing that. Me don't know what's wrong with the stubbornness of the all head coaches. They don't want to free their mind and get in with the thing. And David Moyes
He's
not do
not
that.
even that old. I think he's what? I think he's
50,
about
probably
56.
50, yeah, thereabout. But at the end of the day, me I go give them an edge because they're at home. They're at the London Stadium, and at time for them come out of the London Stadium. What the owners are do? They can't build one stadium. Nothing now going for them. Like a time for them come out of the stadium, man, and go build a stadium, man. Disgusting, man. And you
Yeah.
understand what I say? At the end of the day, me think them are gonna get the better of Forest. Forest will play good. And as I said, I like that striker guy. And defensively, Forest is not bad. Navas has been good in goal. I think they have two decent goalkeepers. Forest, even though in Dean Henderson. So at the end of the day, I think Jesse Lingard is back too, right? Because I saw him training. Yeah, I think he's back. Yeah, so don't be surprised he scores tomorrow in a 2-1 loss to Forest. So I'm giving West Ham the edge in this one, 2-1.
You clearly think this is butter pancakes talking about Jesse. Yeah, listen, let me finish my thing. I'm just say, may I go West Ham 3-0.
All right, question before
Yeah.
you give a
Uh,
prediction, Beam.
mhm.
Separate and apart, not football related. No, as a batsman, right? If the ball touch you right here, so right,
You're
like
out.
right here, so it's out.
Yeah, you're out. Yeah.
Yeah, you're out because your gloves did it. Once you touch any part of your gloves, you're out.
No, but like this was the forearm part right here, so that it was like
Mhm.
right in between
If you touch your
forearm
glove,
part.
you're out.
From
He
it
was
touch
they
your
have
gloves,
close
you're out,
just
brother.
now.
If you touch your glove, you're out.
Yeah, man, they give it out still enough.
Yeah,
But
man.
just
When you
not
touch your
Yes.
glove, you're out, man.
but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm not going to be long. The thing is, I thought it was just really faulty finishing from Manchester City why Nottingham Forest never get flooded up. And
That's
so
actually.
I like me know people say them play well and them get the equal, and that's fine because at the end result it was 1-1. But Haaland missing from 6 yards out and Foden through all the ball game in front of like there was just a horrible missing of chances from Manchester City that allowed Forest to get in the game, and you're all kudos to them. I just think West Ham in the dogfight that they're in right now, they have to be more clinical. And as everybody else say, Danny Ings has to be in that team from the start now. And I think with Danny Ings in that team, it makes them better and they will win the game. I'm going for a 2-1 victory for West Ham.
Alright, Statsman, what's up, my bro?
There, man. Big up
Take
everybody.
this.
There, man.
What's your
That's it.
prediction for this one?
Me, I'd love West Ham to just get the results because I don't want them sack David Moyes before them play win a FA Cup. Um, so I'm going with West Ham to win 2-0.
Pretty smart, my boy. For this one, I don't even know where to go. Right now, a draw game, 1-1. Next game that we're going to look at is Leicester against Arsenal. so sorry that James Madison is out of this game, man. See reports saying that he has picked up some niggle. But if there's one day that I'll be rooting for Bug Nketiah, it will be tomorrow.
Jesus have mercy. Don't even remind me to backside.
Tomorrow is the day that Nketiah will score. So, Sherwin, floor is all yours, man. You can talk about this game. I mean, Leicester's done reasonable well since January window. They've been playing quite decent, but obviously, last time out, they should have went up 2-0 against us. They never took their chances. Of course, second half came around, and as any
Yeah.
manager would do, we just blow them out of the park easily. And we could have easily won 5-6-7-0, but that's also it goes. We'll see tomorrow.
Well, as you don't know, for a season, I not too like talk about Arsenal again. You understand? At the end of the day, me can guarantee you one thing are gonna happen tomorrow. Over 2.5 goal I go score.
Definitely.
Anytime them a two team a play is a shootout. Understand? Every time they play is a shootout. But yeah, Arsenal need 3 points tomorrow. I don't know why you're rooting for Nketiah to jeez. Don't worry. I won't be feeling this pain for very much longer, cause me don't know why Arteta feel saying can hide Jesus and no say. Me I watch a training session them I see. We see him, man. We see him. My boss look good. You understand? So at the end of the day, yeah, it's going to be a typical Arsenal performance, I think. Tomorrow. Arsenal still sweating on the fitness of Thomas Partey, but then you have then he Arteta have a problem now where who should I start, Partey or Jorginho, because he's been doing well. He did well versus City, and then last week again, take away the goal from him, take away that goal. He
doesn't
did
have
well.
a goal. Why you mean take away a goal
Well,
from him? It's not his
take away
goal.
the shot that caused the Arsenal man to head back the ball. No, the former Arsenal man to head back the ball in his goal. Take away that from him, and he had a decent game. I was very much impressed with him. But at the end of the day, Arsenal cannot keep a clean sheet whatsoever. Not even if you beg them, not even if you pay them $1 million each. Say, hey, see $1 million here today. All I know. Bonus. Keep a clean sheet.
I ask you a question.
Then they not keep none. Right? Yeah. Cool.
Now you tell me a while ago say you want to come on to Arsenal games and attack a lot this season again. So you can
No, we have to give a little thing, But we have to give a little thing, man. But Arsenal have an opportunity. Arsenal have missed 2 opportunities this half of the season. They can't afford to miss no more. With United in the picture now, they have an opportunity to basically finish this week, this match week, which finishes on Wednesday, right? They can go 11 points clear of Manchester United, and it is something Arsenal should very much be interested in at this point of the season, and much more you are able to go 5 points in front of City depending how their game turn up this weekend as well. So Arsenal,
you're more worried about us than Man City.
right now I am, because you're in a more farm than Manchester City right now. So you're very much in the title race. I said that on Facebook. Come on. I said that in the group. Come on. But at the end of the day, it's going to be a very close encounter. I think Arsenal winning it 3-2 in a nervy encounter down there at Leicester City. Nketiah not scoring.
All right, for me, it's 2-0 Arsenal. Mega done, but special shout out to people who watch the YouTube space, to AFTV. Them raised about £30,000 on YouTube for the Syria thing and the earthquake and whatever. You never have to do that even though they have such a big platform. So shout out to Sherwin and him Gunners Fan TV for raising.
No, I even didn't know that.
Yeah, man, Robbie doing big things, man.
That
So
nice.
so big up them. So 2-0 to Arsenal, just for that effort to them put up.
We don't want it for that. We want it based on your confidence. You're 2-0 Arsenal and win. That we want.
All right. My time now, cause say I've been banging right, especially in these Arsenal predictions. 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row. I told you that you guys were winning last week. Nothing to worry about. But let me tell you something. Before we even talk about the result, and you know, don't let that Manchester City, not Manchester City, don't make that Manchester United result against Leicester City fool you. Especially, we know Ten Hag talk about the first half. Leicester was all over Manchester United that first half. And if they had somebody who could have just, what about the name where when them say Pepper go regret losing Iniacho?
Yeah, not true.
Yeah, if that man could have scored, if or the next one,
No
remember
man,
miss.
no man, you can't kill
Why
him, man. You
No
can't
man,
kill
why you
him,
say
man.
that, James? Why you never say if the hair never so good?
No man, James, you can't kill him for that. That was a brilliant save, bro. You see, Harvey Barnes one now.
I
Harvey
really
Barnes
pretty
should have
sure,
buried
man.
that.
Yeah, man. Harvey Barnes too, right? So listen, Leicester is home. We saw what Leicester did to Spurs when the whole world I say yes, Spurs, Spurs, Spurs for money. We saw what Leicester City came and do, right? Man, I'm telling you right now, this is Leicester game to lose. I'm telling you right now. I don't care about farm in this game. This is Leicester game to lose. And again, for those who are real serial gamblers, I would put I would put a house on James. I would have put more house on
So,
James Madison for this
he
man.
don't
No, no,
play.
no, 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 no. 50-50 same play.
Well, if he plays, I mean, obviously, if you're betting a man to play, you get back your money. So, yeah, but I would bet everything on James Madison to score if he plays.
Think I
Right?
waited to say that.
Oh no 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 no. So I am going with. I am right. I'm right there with Sherwin. I think it's going to be an exciting game. I don't think it's going to be over 2.5 though. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw for this game. I
1-1.
I think Leicester City will score first. I think Leicester City. Listen, Leicester City hardly have anything to lose going down. Going down right now. They play free spirited football. Again, the last two games I watched them, they look blasted good. And again, we're not even now watch the scoreline. Again, as Demo said, probably at the hair, too good or was excellent in that game. But again, Leicester first half should have been up 2-0 or even 3-0. And then it's a different football game. Right? And we saw when the chances against Spurs, we saw what happened in that game. Right? Against the Arsenal team. mm, I want to go Leicester win. I really feel like Leicester can pull this out the bag, but I'm a little bit coward. So I'm going to go Leicester 1, Arsenal 1.
And just to put it out there that Madison is getting $4 to score.
Bet your house.
Jason.
Here's the thing with Leicester. Brendan Rodgers, especially as of late, has made them a bit more adventurous than what we're used to seeing. I mean, when you go to Old Trafford and you have 19 shots, as they did, and probably were on top in that period for the first half and should have scored, then that proves the whole statistics correct. But here's where they fall short: the efficiency, because even though they had 19 shots on goal at Old Trafford, only 3 of them were on target. So, and that is a consistent problem where Leicester is concerned. Now, if if I had the choice of having a fit James Madison starting his Leicester team, I actually would have went for the draw in this game. But I think without Madison, Arsenal will edge it. So I got 2-1 in Arsenal's favour.
Yes, sir. I know I'm confident to go with a Leicester draw, though.
Uh,
Leicester
Arsenal
for draw, though.
can get them.
It's possible. It's definitely possible. It's possible.
As a matter of fact, you know what? I change my result. I say just because of the commentary right down there, so I change my result.
I own him Kaylan.
Yeah, man. Cadlan is a Arsenal fan, so I change my result.
But
Leicester to win this game.
what?
Backside.
How much?
Leicester to win this game by 3 goals to 2.
So, yeah, reverse my thing.
Yeah, because she's disrespectful. Don't
Which
you ever
which
disrespect my
She's,
queen.
she's a she.
Yeah, it's a female.
Oh,
Sherwin,
yo,
which one do you think LeBron a reverse?
me prediction.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
But switch her up.
oh,
Just answer the
oh. Nasty boy.
moving on, Jed. Moving on.
Big L. Big L.
How I feel. But move on to the next game tomorrow because boy Kens, I'm running off of the field, you know. Bournemouth against City and Bournemouth get a lucky win last time out, I think. Then I think they beat Wolves by a goal to nil.
Yes.
Now they come up against City. City drew last time out, and they always tend to bounce back. But if there's one thing about me right now, I personally dislike Man City wholeheartedly, and that's why I went ahead. And I'm a mad scientist, so of course I remove Erling Haaland out of my FPL team. Call me mad.
Permanent captain.
Remove it.
Feelings. Man, I carry feelings.
What me say? I understand the levels in it, bro. It's when a man make me lose $53,000 along with $100,000. Me no want to see one now. So you see me right now. We put one side name Atletico Madrid pan red listing.
Yeah.
You see, a 4 week in a row City bust my bet in a brother. So City they pan red list to me right now in a brother. So they not my bet for now. So I'll see that one I go.
Manchester City 3, Bournemouth 1.
Well, listen, man. City draw against Nottingham, draw against Leipzig. No, man. I'm going Manchester City 7, Bournemouth 0.
Yeah, if that I'm gonna pay you.
Come, James. 7-0.
All right, so watch the space. Remember the scoreline will get Scott Parker fired. Liverpool, how much did they give him? How much did they give him, Liverpool?
9.
Bug.
You think a joke? City 7, Bournemouth 0.
Wait, so someone gonna regret them to go to Holland.
Is that Levan? We can't bet to say the commenter there is a Man U fan.
It's a United fan, yes.
Me know.
But here we're going, Jason. In my defense to that, I absolutely will not regret taking out that. And if you score a trick tomorrow, I won't regret it.
Haaland are not the only man in the league that score. All you have to do is find a man who has score. And you're all right.
No, but at this point in time, I don't care.
Only Watkins.
Only Watkins, week in, week out now.
No,
Exactly.
that's why I tell us that Nketiah is scoring tomorrow. You think I joke? You think I joking me upon?
The man drop Haaland and put in Nketiah. What a joke.
You gotta say, yo, me perform on I pulled off a pep move.
What
Man
a
scientist.
What a joke.
You know what's going to be the fun part about this? You see all on a laugh now. Just watch next week when you come here.
Nketiah and
Boss, let me just say this. I'm not want to reach the FPL team. Let me just say this. Nketiah has a double game week for Arsenal.
Well,
And
true.
Haaland has one game against Bournemouth. And him go outscore Nketiah. I promise you that.
Yes, I promise with that.
Yep,
I
outscore
promise you that.
Outscore, outperform everything. But hey, don't feel bad, if you see Jesus in our team tomorrow, May I tell you?
So when I never answer my question, man, ask since they say
You ask me, but me feel like Arteta, I go just bring back the man out a surprise. Me say the man ready, Levan. The man ready.
You didn't answer my question. Is he
Yeah,
yes or no?
Me answer you. Me say no. He not go play. He not ready. What?
You never answer, brother.
I really me never answer. Me swear me
No,
answer.
Probably have a
no
house,
man,
but you never answer, man.
Me think me
young.
answer, man. Me
But
think me answer, man.
Jason, what is your scoreline? Beam, how much I say? 4?
No,
3.
3-1.
Jason, what scoreline you have? About 6.
Not really, no. I think City might look at it as trying to reserve as much energy as possible. It's their
It's around like 10.
fourth away trip in a row. Me official statistics behind me are telling me say, City traveled 2,680 miles within the last 10 days. And there was that press conference when Pep talked about traveling. So it makes you wonder. But City's form away from home hasn't been sparkling. When you hear that a City side has only scored 11 goals in their last 11 away games, Haaland has only scored in 2 of his last 11 away games. Of course, it's something that will always go against City right now. But if there's any match that you can use to right that wrong, it would be against Bournemouth. So, but I'm not going to go quite 7-0 or 3-1. I'd say 2-0 in City's favor.
2-1. Oh, come on.
2 low.
2-0. 2-0.
2.
Yeah.
Brother, I'm
So
not surprised if I had 10, brother.
yo,
Great team.
at the end of the day, me feel say City will be probably licking their lips at the fact that Arsenal have a relatively tough game tomorrow, right? And even though both games start at the same time, they will want to ensure that if Arsenal slip up, they can go back and tap temporarily, right? At the end of the day, me feel like me I go with Kems again. It really weird feel know how much me agree with Kems tonight. Me don't know what happened, but at the end of the day, me feel say Kems right me feel it a go be a blow, but not 7-0. Zane, like me think City are going to win the game 4-0 or something like that. To be honest,
They're on a mad scientist.
Brother,
No.
for City score over 3 goals right now, that odds are $4 odds. But I'm put all $1,000 upon that. Talk to me. Can't stay there. Talk to me. No.
But you
and then
now.
they win 1-0. Talk to you
You know,
again.
right now, I go against everybody, man. 1-1 draw.
Okay. Who are gonna score for Bournemouth?
We're gonna score the goal. No one,
Yeah.
don't worry yourself. And you see that
Big
little
ball
black
of
boy there,
Solanke.
you see that little black boy in the Dango Tara. Watch him
Yeah,
against them pieces of something they will City ever play defense. Just watch it pre tomorrow.
yeah.
That
Pepper
matter.
go back to him back
Arsenal drop
three.
point. Listen, I say. Arsenal drop points tomorrow. City a drop points.
All right.
Okay.
How much you want bet to City no drop no points tomorrow?
How much more bet?
Yeah.
Remember last time I come here, I want to take a bet today, I never take it. Me no
Yeah,
bet with you
that's-
again.
Oh.
God along. Move.
Okay, I run right along. But I'm telling like listen, right now Haaland for score a trick, $7 odds. What? Hey,
Buy it, man.
so what you think me I do? Money I make tomorrow. Get the east.
Alright. And in the late game tomorrow at 2:45 p.m., Crystal Palace against Liverpool.
Oh God.
I see why our Curtis comment. I never see him in the chat before. They
Yeah, man.
ask me one
What I want
question.
to comment, man.
Oh well, big up yourself, boss. So who would you clear out of LFC to bring in as a replacement? So basically, I'm just do this quick. So Navigator out, James Milner out, Oxley Chamberlain out, and that would probably it. And then
Jude.
I would want my replacements are definitely Mason
Jude.
Mount,
Jude.
Guarvadal, and
Jude.
Jude. Yeah, obviously Jude. So Mason Mount, Guarvadal, and Jude.
Yo.
I was waiting for it. I was
Yeah.
waiting.
Let me ask you a question. How much
I
money?
wonder where Liverpool gets much money from.
You just said 300 million,
Boss,
bro.
we're not gonna go through all of this. Man, just ask me a question. So Maggie,
No.
oh, and may I ship out?
What
May I
does
ship out?
what does that tell you? You know, say 300 million that off I tap on my brain.
No man,
No,
thing they're not free.
we are
Thing they're not
talking about
almost free.
Oh,
Mason
Um,
Mount. How much you think
Mason
Mason
Mount.
Mount cost
Next
Liverpool?
amount will be about
brother, I
80
80
million,
million transfer
especially to one direct rival.
defend to Mason Mount.
Brother, Mike,
Especially to
we're
a
not
direct
talking about
rival.
this.
Alright, so watch
We're
it.
not. First of
No.
all, the man
Wanna read. Let me
contract
just
got
read.
dead. Uh-huh.
Now that's why you agree. Gravidal I cost 120. That's it.
90.
Nah, but 120,
90
bro.
them say. 90 them
Bro,
say, boss.
120. Check the release
Oh,
clause.
Lord.
Check it.
I will not turn it in a transfer show. So we could just leave
We
it. We
have
just
time.
we just answer the question where the
No,
man
that's
asked me.
right.
Oh, I may I ship out Matip too. And may I give Joe Gomez another chance. But may I ship out Matip.
What happened to the defender we don't tackle? You know, ship him out.
We mean the man that almost won a
Cole.
Ballon d'Or that was robbed?
Oh yeah,
Cole.
that
The
was
Oh,
one-
that one? The Ballon d'Or, the Ballon d'Or
That
was
years ago.
second?
The same
You
one
Cole.
who the legend Jamie Carragher say right now him can start over him in the side.
That's right.
Where
That's right.
that have to do with nothing? Where Jamie Carragher opinion value nothing?
Oh, you
Of
mean?
course, he won
Where
the
that have
Champions League.
Jamie Carragher was spit on people?
Wipe off your mouth.
That
He
Jamie
won
Carragher
the
there?
Champions League. He won your Champions League.
Van
Shut
Dijk
up,
also
Beard.
won us a Champions League and the Premier League and every
And
trophy
he
known to man. What's the
Jamie
problem?
Carragher has said that he
Brother,
would
anyway,
take
make we
his
move
place.
on. We're not talking about no Van Dijk right now because this doesn't make no
but you
sense.
talk.
That
Why aren't we talking about Van Dijk? We're talking about
kind of
Liverpool.
make no sense. We're not talking about Van Dijk for.
The man.
It's just
We're talking about
ridiculous.
Liverpool.
Listen, Demo, me hear your name three baller where man them right this year go cost you one whole heap of money. Zine, and
Yeah.
one you can't get. One
Which
single
one?
one. So
Which
you
one?
are gonna decide which
Which
and
one?
not
Which
you
one
are-
we can get?
You are clap are gonna decide which one you want. Is either you want Jude or you want Mason Mount.
Sure. Listen, sure.
Eh?
Mate, we're not turning thing in a transfer show. The man asked me a question whom would I bring in and whom would I ship out. That's all
who
my
you would
answer.
bring in? Okay, thank God I know you have the
Like why not make me a think money and this and that for? The man asked me a hypothetical question, so may I give my hypothetical answer.
So Dimo, like it or not, Matthias Nunes from Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Oh yeah, would take him too. I mean, he's just another Curtis Jones with game time, but would take
Well, I
him.
mean, Curtis Jones is not good still, but
That don't make no sense.
which means
Anyway,
that
but
Matthias Nunes is good. So
yeah, so we can get to the Crystal Palace game because Liverpool will have money to buy who they want to buy. Just leave it at that. All right. So Crystal Palace, this is an away game, and honestly, the best result that Crystal Palace has ever had, well, in my time of watching football, or what them call Cristanbul, when they drew 3-3 with us when we were supposed to win that league under Brendan Dodgers at the time. I don't think they've ever beaten us there. And in my time of watching, sometime in the 80s or something like that. So it's going to be difficult for them to beat Liverpool, especially after being wounded during the Champions League game midweek. But the players that are coming back, I think, will help. So I'm going to go for a draw. May I go 2-2? Crystal Palace 2, Liverpool 2.
wow.
So Crystal Palace, when I find goal from they as magically I go find 2 goals versus Liverpool.
I don't think Zaha will be playing either, but everybody who is anybody scores against Liverpool right now. The defense is in shambles. Joe Gomez is I don't know what's happened to him. Oh, I saw Kanate back in training actually. So that can probably change my mind, but no, I'm gonna make it stay 2-2.
So
You mentioned Joe Gomez, so Joe Gomez and
Joe Gomez alone bad in the defense.
Yeah, he's been horrible.
So what about the partner?
Okay. Which partner? What Van Dijk do? What Van Dijk do? You see Danny Welbeck a flick ball over Van Dijk head and score. You see Mitoma skip over Van Dijk and score. You see Mitoma do that to Van Dijk.
So these are the only things that I can pinpoint.
Boss, Joe Gomez has been horrible in defense for Liverpool. That's it. Van Dijk has been injured and just come back in a defense probably 2-3 games ago.
Okay, and
When
how
I
has he
mean,
been?
pretty much
And how has he
they,
been?
they give what will win when the man come back against Everton and keep a clean sheet as soon as him come back.
and against
No,
Real Madrid.
We're not talking about
against Real Madrid.
Champions League. We're talking about the
No,
league, bro.
no,
We
we
are
are
talking
talking
about
We are
about
talking
Champions
about
player
League, pa.
Liverpool and
performance.
Liverpool play games.
Boss, me just mentioned Mitoma and Danny Welbeck
Well, we
flicking
don't,
the ball over Joe Gomez's head. We are talking
yeah,
about Champions League. This is a Premier League preview.
Bro, you said the
Van
man
Dijk.
just come back and the man played 2 games since
Yeah,
he
Van
come back.
Dijk
So we
never
have to
play
put that
against
in.
Van Dijk never play against Welbeck and them. Van Dijk never played a game.
That's why I mentioned Joe Gomez being
Exactly,
crap.
but we are
Like we
talking
are
about the
telling
game that we
about
see.
Van Dijk, pa.
We are talking
Van
about the
Dijk
game
came back
that we
against
saw.
Everton and kept a clean sheet.
Okay, and I'm saying we're talking about the game that we saw Van Dijk play, the last game or last memory. That
As
was
a
the
matter of
last
fact,
game
he
we
play
had
against
from him.
Newcastle and we keep a clean sheet. I just all remember, like, what not talk about.
Boss,
Since the man
that is,
come back, we keep 2 clean sheets in the Premier League.
and on concede 5 at Anfield too. Don't forget that.
Okay, all right. So 2 clean sheets since him come back and 5 at Anfield. So 2
All
clean
right.
sheets versus 1. So he
Okay.
has been more good than bad. Okay, all right, let's move.
No, it's not been more good than bad. He's been more bad than good.
So wait, hold on, the demo. So you say Van Dijk has been more good than bad, yet still they keep 2 clean sheets, right? Yet still who did play side him in them 2 clean sheet there? He did
What?
play
What?
by
Who?
himself?
Who?
He
Do
did
what?
play by himself? Was he
I
playing
mean,
by himself?
if him there play by himself?
You just
Yeah,
take
He
you
well,
just
was
take
playing
yourself, you
beside
want
him.
yourself
He
in
was
it.
No,
his
no, he
partner.
wasn't. How he would have played by himself? How
Who
that
was his
work?
Answer the
partner? Who was
question.
his
Who was
partner
his
in those 2
partner?
clean sheet?
I think Joe Gomez play both our games.
some of you say man bad. Jesus have mercy, Demo. Come on.
Brother,
Come on.
listen to yourself, or
Demo.
no just come
Demo.
as of a talk nonsense. I
No.
mentioned Brighton, where the man flicked the ball over Joe Gomez's head, and the games then before that when Van Dijk did
But
injury.
you,
Joe Gomez
you
has
just said
been
that he has
crap.
been bad. You said he has
He has
been
been crap.
okay, there
But
you
he has
Yes.
go.
been on farm. He has been on farm since Van
Since
Dijk
what?
come back in the team.
Oh, so we're that telling you Van Dijk make things better. So
No, it doesn't tell me
what are
that.
trying to
It
say right
doesn't tell
now?
me that. It doesn't tell me
The
that,
the
Demo.
man was crap without Van Dijk, and then Van Dijk come back 2 clean sheet. Bam bam. Where that I say
And
two
then
no?
and then 5.
Where that I say two no? We're talking about Premier League. Where that I say two no?
You play
Everything
Van
against.
Dijk
between.
wasn't there. He was horrible.
You play
Van Dijk
against.
come back, bam bam, 2
No.
clean sheet.
So
I will
But
play
Demo.
against Newcastle and
Hold on.
Everton.
Okay.
A derby
So
and a team who no lose to nobody else but
Okay, but
Liverpool.
okay,
so
hold
you
on.
play
No.
against Everton who
Who
Liverpool
don't want to
always
score no
beat.
goal?
Under Sean Dyche.
Who don't
You
want to
play
score no
against
A
you
goal?
play against
derby.
you play against Everton who not
Don't want
score
to score
A
no
goals.
goal.
derby. A derby. A
No
derby.
always win.
In a business
That
way, I
one.
want to say it's a derby. And then a
Two.
Newcastle team
Two.
who
We
don't
do.
lose to nobody else but
You play
Liverpool.
against a Newcastle side who, if memory serves me right, went down to
With
10 man pretty
quite
early.
early.
Quite early.
Okay, and dominated the midfield after that.
And then hold on.
Dominated which midfield?
And
Newcastle
then
What
that
St.
kill
Max would
you.
have run with red? Where you talk about?
and then
Oh
hold on.
yeah.
But hold
Yeah.
on there. But hold on, Levon. Also, the I would have said the biggest reason for the clean sheet versus Liverpool, versus Newcastle wasn't Van Dijk, but more Allison. Allison pull out, and you Demo, you were the one who alluded to it when you come on the show.
Yeah, he make a match not even match saving, because it would have been 2-1 because he scored 2. But I'm just
Exactly.
saying, him
Exactly.
keep a clean sheet.
So again, when you look, I can't big up Van Dijk versus an Everton team who don't
Oh,
want to score
you
no
don't
goal.
have to do it. I'll
But
do it. You don't have to do it.
exactly, yeah,
So,
okay. So,
so,
I'm
so,
talk.
so we have to beat him.
Exactly. So
Oh, so
again,
you can't do what no want do, and
Me,
I'll defend him.
I
Like me never
Demo,
understand. No
me not
rivals, you
agree.
can't do what no want do.
I do not agree with your unfair treatment of Joe Gomez because he
Brother,
have 2
you're not
clean
a
sheets.
Liverpool fan, so you don't.
I
You know
do
what them
not
call Joe
care.
Gomez now? You
I
know what?
do not care. I
You
do
know?
not care.
Do you know what
All right.
Liverpool
Wait.
fans call Joe
Look at
Gomez
the
right now?
stats. Stats, man. What the stats say for the last 3 games?
Them
Joe
call Joe
Gomez 2
Gomez
clean
Joey
sheet.
Spice, brother.
Hey, Gomez 2
Spice.
clean sheet. Gomez 2 clean sheet. Van Dijk 2 clean sheet. Now that is stats say, big man.
No,
Stats, man.
that's
Are
not
you
what
will
the stats
ask?
says. That's not what the
I will
stats
say.
says. The stats
I will
says
say.
since Virgil van Dijk has come back in the team, 2 clean sheets.
So the
That's what the
stats, it
stats says.
stats right out the whole of that.
Okay, no problem. Sherwin. The stat says since Virgil van Dijk has come back, 2 clean sheets in the Premier League and also
Yeah,
5 against Real Madrid.
yeah,
No
yes,
problem.
5-2. Yeah, that's fine, but this is a Premier League preview, so that's what we're
Yeah, and I
talking
mean,
about.
no. You have to tie in everything, brother. We cannot just totally push aside other
But
things.
no one tight in now, but then the other day when time I said to Uno say, oh, wait, oh, say, whenever I play bad in the Champions League and the farm in the Premier League now probably not Uno say, oh, but we're talking about this a league. Yeah. So
All
why no one tight when time me that say, oh, whenever I play bad we actually do good in the Champions League. We don't never want tight in them time, but no one tight in.
Levon, man, I'll show you something funny. I remember before the World Cup, when Van Dijk was playing the same crap where I play now, Demo him, same one come out, and these were his exact words. Boy, it looked like Van Dijk has saved himself for the World Cup, It look like he must save himself for the World Cup because,
I remember those words.
Yeah, I of course must say that, yeah.
well, yeah, man, I say what you say. I know you said that. Man, I say what you say. I just said I'm
So
quoting.
what that have to do with now?
So Van Dijk has not only been bad, no, he's been bad from really the start of the season. But your excuse was okay, because of the World Cup. But the World Cup come and gone, and now again against a viable opponent, Real Madrid, a team who want to score goal, a team who
Jesus
have
Christ.
Van
Real
Dijk
Madrid.
again once more exposed. You can't expose
All right. So we're gonna talk about the Champions League. Okay, let's go.
want to talk about Van Dijk
All right.
performance. If you're gonna blame Joe Gomez, you have to blame Van Dijk as well.
Yeah.
No, I don't. Where
No.
Van Dijk for do when time where they flick the ball over him head? Where Van
If
Dijk
you
should
go
I do?
praise, if you go
When
praise
me
Van
told my
Dijk, you
dash him
go
where
praise
Van
Joe
Dijk should
Gomez.
I do?
If you
When
go
when
praise Joe,
supposed to do?
if you go praise Van Dijk, praise Joe
When
Gomez.
Joe
Yeah.
Gomez are turning back, so out of way when the ball are going there go. Where Van Dijk supposed to do?
That,
At the
that,
end of the day, yo, may have
Eh?
5 minutes. Literally have 5 minutes. Let me give me prediction, please.
that,
May I go with a 3-1 victory for
Brother, on a
Liverpool.
ridiculous, bro. On a
Hey,
ridiculous, brother.
may have
Like,
four
let me
minutes,
tell you
team.
on the reason. It's something nice now. Let me tell you on the reason. So, Virgil van Dijk was the best defender in the world for 2-3 years.
no,
And
not
that's done.
Consistently.
That was
one
two,
year.
3 years ago.
1 year.
Brother, remember
1
finish
year.
now? He got robbed of the Ballon d'Or because we obviously just favor attackers. That's why Cannavaro are the only one who win it. Since
What
whenever.
you mean
See?
that rap?
What? Anyway, so 2-3 years. So when he was the
1
best
year.
defender in the world, Liverpool fans say him are the best defender in the world. Now, whenever the man make one mistake, oh look at the best defender in the world. Or if he be the best defender in the world and he make a mistake, like say every footballer and make a mistake. That makes sense? On a reason like children,
Leave
bro. Now the man get injured, Pickford
your
broke him
time.
foot, him out for a very long time, and him come back into the game and a struggle because he's not putting himself in challenges anymore and all of that stuff. They say him obviously not the best defender
Well,
in the world now.
No,
Nobody is calling him the best
making
defender in the
mistakes
world now.
before that.
He
He was making
make
mistakes before.
last season the man made the Premier League team of the tournament again when Liverpool challenged for every single trophy in the world and play every single game last year. He made the team of the season again after coming back from nearly broken foot. And the man come this season now and I make mistakes. And then I call about look on the
All right,
like say nobody I call him the best
hold on.
defender in
And
the world now.
and
Nobody
this
is
is really
calling him the
retard.
best defender in
Hold
the
on,
world
this
now.
is your retard. This is your best retard. All right.
Yes, cause it don't make no
Luke
sense.
Shaw. That's something I going on. Since I got this, Luke Shaw foot broke. Literally
Jesus
broke.
Christ.
And the same Luke Shaw recover from that and look at what he's doing now.
Wait, we don't have to do it nothing. So
right
that I just say the man broke him foot and recover and make the team of the year last year. We are talking about, I just said that a while ago. We mean him shouldn't have. Liverpool
Brother,
almost win the league, brother. We are talking about. The man them
Man.
lose the league by 1 point.
Me and you both know say yo, the same Joe Gomez that you are cuss now. Joe Gomez was always the one saving the blushes of
That
Virgil
makes
van Dijk.
absolutely no sense. Because I couldn't play most of the game with Van Dijk. We are talking about.
Brother, I'm not chat ball last season.
So we are talking about that's the last season. We just talk about the man the team of the year.
The same man was doing great for you. That was the man that saved him.
Mate,
Same Joe Gomez
anyway.
way
Also when Sunday I go 1-on-1 and a Van Dijk alone he did they make him we're
Van
not
Dijk
the
not
son.
tackle
Maybe him
people, brother.
Sissoko and Shadow the man,
Van
Jackie
Dijk
the
not
man
tackle
making kick
people,
away
brother.
ball on him left. Something they do that. When
Van
Van
Dijk
Dijk run down Mbappe in a Champions League and kick away ball off him foot.
Don't tackle people.
So who tackle Mbappe when he blocked the shot in the Champions League the other day?
Find more. That's one. Come
There's
more.
plenty more.
Find them.
Wanna just reason
We
like
can
you don't
find
have
way
no
more.
sense, brother.
Me can
Only
find
for say
way
a
more that
defender
Virgil
don't
van Dijk pull
tackle.
out me can find way more that him
No.
pull out a tackle than they actually.
Bro, listen to
Mitrovic.
yourself. When I say a defender don't
Mitrovic is
tackle.
one that does flip right at top of me head easily.
When I say a defender don't tackle, that makes sense to you, brother? Or not just a troll?
He doesn't go into tackles.
Demo, I can come here. I can come here with a PowerPoint presentation and show over 50 times when Van Dijk has failed to tackle the defenders.
Okay, but I can show you a million times when he has tackled. So what's your point?
Well, let's do it. Then.
Every time a defender go tackle,
Why
there's
not?
time when a defender off a jockey. There are times when a defender off a shield off the man and make him go somewhere else, make him go on him left instead of him right. There's that defender does a lot of different things. It's not just dive in and attack like a wild man.
Well,
that's why I know have Harry Maguire. And one Bissaka who loves slide round. And that you know what Van Dijk for do? Run and slide tackle every second. And that's so defending work, bro.
This is a very poor retort because we're talking logical stuff. Seeing the Mitrovic challenge, that man could have easily made that challenge this season. The same one against United where Sancho ripped through.
Bro, that's not making any sense. It's because Van Dijk tackle why Mitrovic beat the man. I tackle the man, tackle Mitrovic, and Mitrovic beat the man, brother. When I talk, bro. You say, here you know make no sense. You say the man don't tackle. But because him tackle, why Mitrovic could have dashed him?
The man literally could have went in and he literally pulled out.
Brother, Van Dijk tackle Mitrovic and the man shift him and score.
Poor attempt.
If he never tackle, we say that. Don't say the man don't tackle. That makes sense too, no?
Simply suggesting that a defender of his ilk shouldn't have made such a poor attempt of attack.
Oh, because defenders don't make mistakes.
Remember, you said that he's this.
So Vidic never make no mistake. When Torres used to body him up over so. Vidic never make none. When Torres used to body him up at Old Trafford, he never made no mistake.
How did you come to that conclusion?
Because Vidic was one of the best defenders in the world at the time. I just tell you. I am just telling you. Boss, Vidic was one of the best defenders in the world, like when I say Van Dijk was. Vidic made mistakes. Van Dijk can make mistakes. You get it now? When I understand? Good. Okay, let's move on.
Van Dijk mistakes are way more glaring than Vidic.
Oh, okay, sure. That's why I'm saying Torres left Vidic on him face to eat grass and go bust up the net.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying.
Okay, good.
That's why I'm saying the same. Sancho no good. Left Van Dijk.
Okay, so mistake for mistake. Every time Torres see Vidic, him left him a eat grass. A mistake for mistake. Like what you say?
I don't know about every time.
Me know about every time though. So, Torres have that man as a baby every single time.
Here's the ultimatum. PowerPoint presentation we're going to go Monday.
But no need to do that, brother. It don't make no sense. The Ballon d'Or speak for itself. The Ballon d'Or speak for itself, brother.
You say can't find it.
What Ballon d'Or speak for itself? Which one?
So the man are one of the best defenders in the world that the world has ever seen.
Right.
Like, but I understand. That's what the Ballon d'Or is for.
Anyway,
that's why Messi get it so much time. That's why Ronaldo get it so much time. The best players the world has ever seen.
That's why Van Dijk get 0 time. 0.
Yeah, but he was second.
That's all right.
What's the funniest thing all about this? You ever in a classroom and a teacher just sit down in the class and just watch all the things just make nice. That fellow right over there.
Yeah, that's demon.
The entire time box just sit down like so, you know.
Because the man see so no make no sense, brother.
Of course, Jason.
I can't believe we spent 20 minutes but talk about Van Dijk, bro.
Hey, check me out. Crystal Palace, Liverpool 0.
Whoa.
That's mine.
Right. Let me just make one thing clear. I don't think Liverpool fans understand, like, probably one of the main reasons why this is happening is because, they're pretty much, for the most part, premature with this whole analysis of Van Dijk being the greatest ever. Yes, he had a peak. Yes, his peak was very good for his time that he had it. But for him, me see a lot of Liverpool fans, maybe not Demo, but a lot of legitimate Liverpool fans putting Van Dijk in like Premier League team, best team of history and all of that. For me personally, I just think people's peak need to be longer for them
Uh,
to be considered.
hey,
But at the same time, it has been documented that this season Liverpool's right side has been weaker than their left, and that's just how it is.
back
So
then.
go on.
But just didn't want. I'm glad you brought up that point because I was wondering how the peak thing work. Again, I don't know nothing about football, so I defer to Uno. How the peak thing work. I believe say if I'm going to say Messi is the best footballer ever, Messi can't show me say him good for 1 year. Him can't show me say him good for even 2 years. There have to be some form of longevity within that time span for me to say, yo, he's the best baller. Yes or no?
It'd be legitimate to say that, yes.
All right. So again, if we're gonna talk about defenders, when we talk about the Rio Ferdinands of the world, when we talk about the Fabio Cannavaros of the world, when we talk about the Vidic of the world, how long was their peak? Was it 1 year? I don't know. Was it 1 year, 2 year? I don't know. I don't know nothing about football. May I ask you?
All right, take Vidic for example. Like United signed Vidic January 2006, the same window with Evra, and even up to the end of 2011 season, when United won that league title before Fergie final season, Vidic was the PL Player of the Year that season. So that would have given him what, 5 seasons, right then and there. Yeah.
So let's say the
So Vidic is wait. So Vidic, but just so I get, so Vidic was him in the greats of all time in the Premier League. 5
For
seasons.
me, he is
So Van Dijk has not dominated the Premier League for 5 seasons.
no.
No,
Okay,
Demo.
okay,
No.
all right, okay, all right.
No.
All right, Demo. Which 5 seasons Van Dijk dominate? From when to when?
Boss, you say no, brother.
No, you say
You say no. How is John Terry a great in the Premier
Of
League?
course. Yeah.
How long did John Terry dominate at the highest level in the Premier League? How much seasons?
more than 1 season.
John Terry, Chelsea John Terry, may I talk about.
Well, John Terry would have risen to prominence when Chelsea rose to prominence. So that would have been the start of the 04-05 season. And then it would have went through till Chelsea won the league in 2010. So that would have been 5 seasons right then and there as well.
Boss, what? The man never dominant from 04 to 2010, brother. We are talking about.
It wasn't dominant right through in the game, but
exactly the point. So it's not like say you're dominant all throughout the seasons. That's my point.
It's not just say about dominance, Demo. It's just about the levels established and the gap between them. Like Van Dijk has suffered a massive drop off, but that doesn't have to be. That is not to say that it's about his natural ability. I think Liverpool missed a trick because what age signed Van Dijk?
No, was it 26 or 27?
26 thereabout.
All right. So when you see Van Dijk suffer the sort of injury that he suffered at the age that he did, I personally didn't expect him to rediscover his pre-injury levels. So if you in a Liverpool front office, you're supposed to catch on that and say, boy, it look like we need to circling and a replacement, because we see a natural decline happening. That is just my argument.
But that's fair, but he actually proved it wrong, and he was excellent in the season where we just challenged for everything. So much so that he made the team of the year. All right, fine. He was good. Remember say he was good.
Yeah, better said good, but he wasn't excellent.
Yeah, but Van Dijk was good.
He was good for most part.
The man was one of the major reasons why if we never have Van Dijk, we would not challenge for every trophy in the world.
I wouldn't say that. I think that
him and Konate made a massive difference for Liverpool backline, brother.
No, but
it's not even a joke.
And even when they come to fruition, I'm telling you still now. Just for Liverpool's sake, I mentioned at the beginning, even Konate, tell us on his day is a very good defender, but this nigga injury record, brother.
I never expect so much injuries.
You remember before you
even remember.
There's the man injury card and normal, brother. That's why I always say Upper Meccano over him because you know say Upper Meccano less gets injured less than him.
But him not better.
There you go.
But don't just left off of the Van Dijk thing, bro.
No man, when I start
Don't make Kim's agenda. Don't make Kim's agenda get to because I realize only reason, you know, I see him some see the late. I see Kim's post up John Moran stats in a group. Both all talk and no bite. I mean, like when we see the thing, man, like what kind of nonsense this? Why would you post this? No, but no, I just try to show you how a man reason. Him no post up Jamaran other 18 other consecutive 20+ points throughout, leading to the Grizzlies. But the one time him fell under 20, him post it in the group. All talk, no bite. As Van Dijk make a mistake, him point it out, but him now point out all the rest of the times when the man has been.
One leave in our comments.
Mr. Host, can I get a chance to respond?
quick.
All right. So first off, when I'm gonna post John Moran stats was because if you I don't know if you watched the game, but in that
I
same
did watch the game.
in that same game, as usual, the Grizzlies are look for fight as always. Dylan Brooks always at the center of it.
Oh, say Dylan Brooks, don't say the Grizzlies.
Hold on, cool. Jamal was giving that talk, and he shot what 18% from the field. But not talk about the 15 points, you know. I'm talking about his shooting percentage.
He was horrible on the night.
Okay, again.
But that's not my point. My point is why you not put the other points when he scored 19 straight over 20.
Because listen, I am not a Dramaran fan. Just like how, let me show you. I'm going to show you how the reasoning goes. When Coutinho just went to Aston Villa, and me a big up Coutinho when he scored 2 goals and assists, and me I say, yeah, Coutinho. And I say, yo, just give it time. And there's a game when he said, oh, Coutinho haven't scored his last 10 games.
See?
And when he come out.
I told you. Tell us if you calm it down. Tell us if you calm down a bit.
If you don't rate somebody, you're not going to highlight the good. Like, nobody going to do that. I'm not going to rate. Hey, this man is so good. No. But when him do bad, you will hear.
Of course.
You know, you literally I give the definition of an agenda. Like, I just say it.
Demo, everyone has an agenda. Everything.
Yeah, but just admit, say that you do they know?
Well, I mean, I thought that was obvious. You want me?
Oh, okay, all right.
Well, personally, I don't have an agenda against VVD. I just thought the truth. Simple as that.
Yeah, VVD, that's the truth.
You talk your truth, boss. You don't talk the truth.
This is what I hated about
I thought the truth.
I hate the fact that Liverpool fans were talking him up after one great season. After the first great season we have, they were talking him up against.
He's never tell me the man greater than Vidic and greater than Fred.
After one
disrespect.
Season, that was disrespectful. We can't have that.
Yeah, obvious. But all right, let's move on.
But separate and apart from that, Liverpool dump up Crystal Palace 4-1. Gakpo, Nunes, Salah Hall on the score sheet. FPL may defend. That is it. Darwin with an assist and a goal. Simple as that.
What's Jason's prediction?
Jason predict Liverpool win, man.
Actually, I have the same prediction as Demo. I told you.
Alright. And final game in EPL.
Two Walkley side. Two Walkley side.
Against Chelsea. How's this going?
Draw. I don't see it any other way than that.
Oh gosh, man. Oh, boss man, you need to answer to my tags. Casino.
Yeah, don't say Casino. Apparently it's just a couple seasons. Because we just buy him because him did there Southampton and want come. Him never good.
No man. You need to answer to my tag, brother. The man tells me Tenaga get sacked in December. No, the man can answer to my tag. I tag the man at least 100 times from December till now. No, the man answer to me. But yeah, I'll see that one there go.
I see a draw. I can't really separate the two crosses.
Wait, Chelsea and who play?
Chelsea and Tottenham.
Oh wow.
It's a Tottenham yard. Chelsea this saw the battle of the managers between Tuchel and Conte. Full
You know,
times
I
shaking something.
I don't know when was the last time um Chelsea lose playing away to Spurs. I can't remember, but I think that Chelsea will get the better of them again. Actually, I know they lost to Southampton and stuff, but you can them actually play better football now. Um, I'm going to go 2-1 to Chelsea.
Bro, the boy just pull off a catch a shot legacy farm. That was brilliant, man. New Zealand at 96 for 6. But right now, Chelsea are garbage, literal. And right now, the manager they inspire no confidence. The man that nice and dandy in a 10 position. The man that used to 10 is in Brighton settings. I dislike Spurs because Spurs are garbage. But see, all in all, Spurs win last week. Draw game. I gave me a draw, 1 out. But it's weekend of Carabao Cup final, so we're going to talk about that. It's Newcastle against Manchester United. Before we get into the game, I just want to play this.
So I think it's
Let me see.
brilliant thing when you can beat Barcelona 8 points ahead in La Liga, ahead of Real Madrid. We have seen in this week Real Madrid playing. I think then you did a magnificent performance. And we are so really happy. We have to take it with us in the season, take it with us in building extra belief that we can win big games. This is another step because when you can beat Barcelona, I think you're one of the best teams in this moment in Europe, then your belief can be really strong because then I think you are able to beat anyone. Barcelona, I just said, I think when you are points ahead of Real Madrid in La Liga, when you beat Real Madrid in the Super Cup 1-3, and we have seen Real Madrid playing against Liverpool, then you beat a really big opponent, a really cool team. So we have the potential to beat the big teams. Also, we have seen that we can beat City, we can beat Arsenal, we can beat Liverpool. So if we do the right things, if we follow rules, if we follow principles, if we show that discipline and we show the team spirit, I think this team can achieve a lot. I so emphasize the belief. It was too flat first half. I think a little bit more belief. I think we had our spare man with Casemiro. We didn't use enough. I think Aaron Wan-Bissaka had a lot of space over the right side. We didn't use enough. I think in the pressing we could be more brave, higher line, step quicker up. So that is what we emphasized during the halftime. And the second was, of course, to make the sub with Anthony and to bring a player also who brings belief on the pitch. I think we have some great personalities in this team. Starting with David, Rafa, Lucia, we see him, such a leadership. Casemiro, of course, Bruno, such winning types, and we have even more. I think everyone.
All right, the reason play that scene. Can't tell last United manager instilling confidence in the Mina brother. This man does talk so much confidence, and the reason play to is that. All right, watching the game against Barca yesterday. Literally, United were okay in the first half. I mean, would I play against 12 man still, and you could have counted as 13 because I literally, 14. 11 Barcelona players and 3 referee because basically that two I play against with most opposition. Second half, the man make one substitution and immediately could have said the change. No, come up against Newcastle, and as the man put it across in the press conference this morning, Newcastle is one of the most annoying teams I can find in the league right now. I say annoying, I mean literally annoying. They waste a lot of time, including Nick Pope, because I think one of the journalists mentioned that in Premier League this season, as goalkeeper, Nick Pope has wasted the most time by laying down on the ground. So they are annoying at that. And I think they ask him about that, but I say go back to what I say. Tenaga always point out that As team, you control what you can. You don't focus on what opponents do. You as a team should control what you can and just go out and get it done. That's separate and apart from that. Look at the final. I'm just gonna make a go ahead, Dim, and give a prediction. What prediction I have for it? I'm just go to Jason after.
All right. I mean, obviously Nick Pope, the talk of the town, a massive miss. Uh, he has been a standout for that team, making massive saves. They won't have the Bravka as well because he obviously played for you guys, Manchester United. So it comes down to the great man, Loris Karius, from former Liverpool. All right, man, I say legend, but obviously the whole world remember what Karius did for us, especially against Real Madrid in that finals. Um, so it's down to him. He's going to be in goal, and he would want to make a claim playing against Manchester United, obviously with a little Liverpool roots still in him. Also, another talking point is Bruno coming back, and I'm not talking about the fake Bruno, but the real Bruno Guimaraes in the Newcastle's midfield. He's back, and that only bodes well for Newcastle going forward. I think they have. I don't remember them winning a game when he was out, and obviously it tells because he's a massive influence in that midfield for them. Manchester United, on the other hand, they're flying. Obviously, a lot of the first half they they falter along the way, and then I don't know what the coach does to them when they go into that locker room, but they come out a totally different team most of the times. They just, I don't know, everything he touches right now turns to goal. Um, from Rashford to Bertin Garnacho to dropping Maguire, sending away Christie, like every single thing the man touched since he's been in Manchester United has turned to goal. I can't remember a bad thing he's done apart from early up when him there lose to Brentford and whatever. So I think that Manchester United will prove too strong for Newcastle. I know that they're really looking forward to this game. They're very hyped. I hear a couple of them talking about it. Dan Burn talking about it, and they're really putting a lot into this game. I think they're having an injury scare in terms of Callum Wilson coming back fully fit to play the game because he's rushing to play. I don't know if he will,
But I
but
mean, they don't score goals.
Isak, yeah, Isak is a obviously a good replacement if he doesn't play. But they would definitely want the Callum Wilson element in that team. I would love if everybody fully fit for the finals. But I'm not sure that's going to happen. And my boy Saint Max, me not root for Man U, so obviously more Saint Max to do well, and Newcastle to win. But I'm going to go against my heart, and I'm going to use my brain. And Manchester United will win this game, and I think actually real comfortably, and they'll win 3-1 and
Okay.
lift their first trophy under Ten Hag, who, by the way, will not hold a open bus campaign celebration unless he wins 2 trophies.
All right. So yes, Curtis Selke asking that how many trophy I think that United won this season. Realistically speaking, I honestly believe that we can win at least two. Starting with the one Sunday, I honestly believe that we can win at least two. Which other one? Not sure. But I think there's realistically two. If we win more, all the better, man. I'm happy. So realistically two, but hypothetically there's four to be won. So I'm still remaining four. So I'm not going to say it like the guy up top who says squad. Now go the route. The last squad me know get bun down, so I'm not go around that route there. But Jason, let's get into it, man. How's this going?
Well, I mean, just stick up in just to answer that question and chime in. I actually have it as at two as well. Um, I mentioned to Lovan that if United if United got past Barcelona, it would be United's Europa League to lose. So, and I still stand by that. So I see United winning Europa, but I guess you'll find out by my prediction if I think United will win the League Cup as well. I think the little piece that Levan played earlier about him talking about Barcelona and getting up past Barcelona and what we can achieve. I think the way I took it is that, I mean, Barcelona is was arguably, one of the world's, one of Europe's informed teams, along with sides like Napoli, Arsenal, etc. Just by virtue of the football that they're playing and the lead that they have in La Liga.
And they
So,
hadn't lost since October.
yeah, exactly. So, Barca had been imperious. I mean, they only scored like 7 goals throughout the entire season before they conceded 4 in the 2 games against United. So, um, so what I take by that is that, I mean, if United play to their potential, then honestly, Newcastle is not going to be any match for United. And that's basically how I see it. Newcastle, for me, has had a big overperformance, and I mentioned it, and I've been mentioning it, that I figured or I predicted that there would be a drop off at some point of the season, and it has been happening since the World Cup. Newcastle don't look the same pre-World Cup, and this is before even Bruno got suspended. They're just a lot of their players who stood out pre-World Cup have dropped off. So I know Pope will be Bruno will be back, but Pope is a massive miss for them because in waste time, yes, but he's also a very proactive goalkeeper. Very good shot stopper as well. I remember, I've been fond of him from his Burnley days. So Newcastle will miss his presence. But I think what rivals will hope for is that, in the past, when United buck up against a goalkeeper, that just act as a replacement. They seem to have the game of them life for some reason, and that is something that Karius will be hoping to have in
Boss,
this
you don't
final.
need to worry about that. Trust me.
No, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. But as I say,
Brother,
that
brother,
is
when I
that
see
is
the
the
you see
word.
the man look like a Lord right now, a Lord Carius that now in a brother.
Lord Karius, like Lord Bentner.
Once you keep the ball to him, it will be going into the net, boss.
So I mean, United would obviously be sweating over the fitness of Rashford. You wonder, if Rashford misses out, how actually they would set up, because Verhorst has played a lot of games, and even though Martial fitness can't be trusted, and even though he has been encouraging in his link-up play and his pressing and his defensive work, I mean, Ten Hag mentioned it best that he's still, pretty much be judged by the amount of goals that he scored, his goal involvements, and he still only has the one from that Nottingham Forest game. But overall, I think United will fancy their chances. When Levan might remember that. No, I think that was a game when Levan you never got to watch. You just saw highlights after. You probably watched the full 90 after, but he didn't get to see it live. So one of the things that came out in that game was the horrendous refereeing by Craig by Parson. Like, oh my God, he was a 9. About 2 to 3 clear penalties, even though United can be faulted because Rashford missed a late head as well. But I think that was one of the few times that I saw Newcastle actually be dominated last season, and all of that. So um, overall, of course, I'm rooting for my team to win, and I actually have my team to win their first trophy as well. So United to win this trophy by a score of 3-0.
Fair. I think I'm going for a clean sheet in the final as well. I don't think Newcastle is scoring on us. Hopefully, I don't see Workhorse on Sunday. I don't want Workhorse in that team. Workhorse right now can just sit on the bench, rub some bench time now. I'd love to see our front three Sunday of Rashford, Sancho, and Anthony. I think that would bode well, and I think the interchange between them would be awesome.
So what if Rashford not fit boss man? How you set up then?
Brother, Rashford, I go play. Me and you know that. When them man they go in at them holy temple, you know so them man they come back out at holy temple well good. So Rashford will play Sunday, brother. The man they, which missed this final. Come on, Jason. You know so them man
I
them now
mean,
miss the final.
I'm sure he said to Ten Hag that he was fine.
Yeah, he said that, but he was
Like,
upping after the game though.
yeah,
When he was
I
going
know.
home.
I mean, him already, man.
He's gonna be. But yeah, uh I see a 3-0 victory. Take home a trophy. I know that Newcastle will have the support of all the other rivals, but we don't mind. I mean, rivals are no fretting because apparently something good is going on at Manchester. But I'm not happy as yet because I mean I haven't won anything as yet. So when I win something, then I'll say yes, success is happening. But any other thing you want to touch on, bro, before we wrap this up?
Oh, well, quickly, I just want to say that, I think the Jamaican senior football, well, I think Jamaica's football is in good hands with Coach Al Grimson. I think, he is such an awesome person. I spoke with him personally on a different show before I came on. He's talking to the public on YouTube space, giving interviews and trying to mingle with the people, get them support. But what I will say is, remember how a lot of people beat the JFF for scouting and all of them something there. Like the man come and the man say they gave him a list of players who can play for Jamaica or who has already played for Jamaica, and they had no database. Just give him some players, and it was over 530 players them give the man for sort out and say him can pick from. And the man was like, like what am supposed to do with this? You know what I mean? So he has basically cut it down now. He's at what 220 of them say, and him have to go through, and him obviously just come in and stuff 2 months, and
You have any
he's
idea of any of
working.
these names?
Just the guys who have already played, man. They must call up new players all the time, like every time you call up a new set of players. So those players who already played and see them back for a long time, whether it's a one cap or whatever. Like you remember a youth name Casey, some Casey something in the championship. I don't remember him, but he played one game for us
Casey
and then him
Palmer.
never Palmer, yeah, Casey Palmer.
Yeah, man,
Like
man. All
like
right, tell us what you see
people
this.
Messi some scores 2-0, 2-1.
All right, so the dude that scored the second goal,
What that him name?
Taylor
Lee
Roberts.
something? Tyler Roberts, we catch up him in a ponytail.
No, man, I not him that man. This is a youth to play for Wolves under 21, right?
Something they them have one the right back. We play
This
for
is not a
Wolves.
right back.
No, me don't know that Tyler Roberts,
You're not
but
gonna
the
see
the
him,
le-
but yeah, I know the right back man. He named Dexter Lembisak or some shit like
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
this I do that Taylor
He's
Roberts. I'm
also.
surprised since I'm got treat. I'm seeing listed as Jamaican. I'm seeing him as a foul
Oh
number
yeah,
9. Yeah.
yeah, oh yeah. So that's one of the things that he also spoke about too, in terms of, because the World Cup in a 2026, like we have to look on them age range in terms of 19, because by the time it come around, obviously they might be of that kind of age. And he mentioned
That do the
um
attack.
yeah man, him supposed to get a call up. So he mentioned that, and they mentioned, see, the World Cup just got gone. Them younger players, the Enzo Fernandez and the Gappos and them people, they do the job for them country. So we need to be looking at those things. And finally, there was also an announcement that the next, listen, if it don't happen, don't blame me. I'm just in a lot of YouTube spaces and I'm hearing a lot of stuff. And obviously, I'm hearing that Demari Gray should be in the next official Jamaica match. It should be in the squad. So we can look out for that. The official, not, I think we have a game
You're not
against
getting game
Trinidad.
time
I think,
again, brother. Van Dash take over, you're not getting a game time.
yeah. So I'm hearing that he should be in the next official
But
squad, so we can look out for that.
the thing I'm like about the coach I do is that when tricky levels I'm coaching, remember I said most of the players I used to play for Iceland. I said most of them
Hmm.
man never professional football like that, brother. So
Exactly.
me
He
come and do
said he
some
said
rigging and jam and yeah, and the
he had
man get
like
them
three
man I
people
go
playing at
this
the in a
World Cup, you know,
Europe.
brother.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
imagine
Cause
when
cause
doing
cause
them man there.
Cause I
So,
asked him, I
yeah.
said that was actually my question to him. Like when we da talk to him on the phone, I asked him what are some of the similarities between the Jamaican team and the Iceland team we would have, and if the formation that he used, which was 4-4-2 at the time, because I be 4-4-2 he used to play with Iceland. So me say if the formation there gonna be the same thing he used for Jamaica going forward, and he must say there's some similarities, but way more professional stuff in a Jamaica in terms of
I beg
professional
him please not
players.
use the 4-4-2 because I hate it.
No man, I that him that him a go go. So him love Antonio and he must see the forward them are for big and strong and fast. He can hold up the play and all of these kind of things. It don't look like him a go change from 4-4-2, but hey,
That means that
let's see.
Bailey go play up on the right hand side out of the four.
I but more than likely. But the
Bro, me
man the
this
man
like
me love what
4-4-2.
I see from him so far.
Yeah, like it in a sense, brother, but just dislike 4-4-2. I don't know why, brother, but the other time me say like 4-4-2 is under Fergie. From Fergie days and Leicester, yeah, when Leicester win the title with it, I like
Mm,
seeing after that. But
yeah, so
I like his
him look.
mindset though.
Yeah, man. Like for see him just come down to the level and just to talk to people regularly, like so, like he never have to do that. So I appreciate it, and me
Yeah,
get
that's
the
the thing,
opportunity.
because most people that probably think say yo that's stuck up because I must say yo with more than man than a gay interview on YouTube.
What?
Yes, you know, brother.
Bro, you know how refreshing this was, brother. This are the transparency we like we just ask for. Like the man I say, them need for him talk about him talk about so much something. The thing was over 2 hours long, and the man just talk and I just tell everybody how it is. Obviously, I'm not gonna tell you every single thing, but he was very transparent. So
So
yeah,
for the people on the power show, me decides to stay away from this Jamaica football thing. Me not bring it over here because everything where it involves it, but only for YouTube space are going with it, and YouTube are lead dinners. So make sure someone know that YouTube space are lead mainstream media by far. As a matter of fact, YouTube is mainstream media right now.
that's
YouTube are
true.
lead. So you can go watch out all of the channel them, man. Can give me you my virgin a shout out, man. Change him name now. You know, I used to know him as Ryan LFC and change it to Elite Sports TV. So you can always check him out. I'm a
Yeah,
G that, so you can always check him out.
yeah.
And even the youth them
Oh,
when they
but
come to
black
them
body.
time, this or that, you can go check them out same way. Cool youth them same way.
Mm.
Now give another channel no plug. That is it. But big up to Bones who did there earlier. Big up Kim same way, Jason. Dima, big up yourself, bro. People in the comment section, big up on yourself same way. And I just like everything. And Gibson really are going to more. No go on out, go watch that. Stadium I
Mm.
go pack. No go on out. And me, you know, let's go watch box on Test cricket. Test cricket is fun
What the
right now.
score? What the score?
97 for 6.
Oh, still alright.
Yeah, man. So, no, man, they take tea.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, man. So, people, I'm gonna go and go watch, man. And what? West Indies start play no, the 24th. So, West Indies test against South Africa start on the 28th. And in the Women's World Cup T20 final, it will be Australia against South Africa. South Africa got the better of England today. It was a good game. So, peace
Yeah,
out until we see again. Big up.
we go.